Hello, and welcome to Zenith of the Soul. Today, we will explore a special Osho Tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn for March 2025. More than simply predicting your destiny, my goal here is to discover how you can actively take action to shape and, who knows, change your fate. So, get ready for an introspective and powerful journey. Once you finish watching this video, remember to also check out the readings for your ascendant, as well as your moon sign. This is very important for you to gain a broader understanding of your energy field throughout this month. Remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to support our work. Now, let's go to the spread I just did here at my desk. I will now open the first card, which concerns your current moment. A Major Arcana, Transformation. In the heart of March 2025, as Saturn makes its definitive transition into Aries on February 13th, Capricorn finds itself at a profound crossroads of transformation. The Major Arcana card of transformation emerges at the center of our reading, perfectly aligned with this powerful planetary shift affecting Capricorn's sector of home and emotional foundations. The figure in the transformation card sits cross-legged upon an enormous flower of emptiness, a powerful visual metaphor for the void from which all creation springs. In her hands, she holds four distinct symbols of metamorphosis: a sword cutting through illusion, a snake shedding its skin for renewal, broken chains representing liberation from limitations, and the ancient yin-yang symbol of transcending duality. One hand rests open and receptive in her lap, while the other touches the mouth of a sleeping face below, embodying the sacred silence that descends when we finally come to rest. This central positioning speaks volumes about Capricorn's current trajectory, especially as Pluto, having recently completed its transformative 16-year journey through their sign, now resides permanently in Aquarius. This placement activates Capricorn's house of personal resources and self-worth, creating a powerful resonance with the card's symbolism of breaking free from old patterns. In the realm of finances, the open, receptive hand in the card suggests a period where Capricorn must learn to receive as well as achieve. The traditional Capricornian drive for material security is being transformed into something more nuanced. With Jupiter entering Cancer in June 2025, opposing Capricorn's native sun position, there's an invitation to balance material ambitions with emotional fulfillment. The broken chains in the card suggest releasing rigid financial patterns that may have provided security but limited growth. Regarding relationships, the yin-yang symbol takes on special significance. As Neptune makes its brief but impactful visit to Aries in March 2025, joining Saturn in Capricorn's sector of home and emotional foundations, there's a profound call to balance masculine and feminine energies within all relationships. The sleeping face being touched by the figure suggests awakening to new ways of relating, moving beyond surface-level connections to something more spiritually fulfilling. The health aspect is symbolized powerfully by the snake shedding its skin. This process of renewal isn't just metaphorical. With Uranus preparing to enter Gemini in July 2025, affecting Capricorn's sixth house of health and daily routines, there's a strong emphasis on transformation through daily practices. The sword in the card suggests cutting away unhealthy habits, while the flower of emptiness represents the importance of rest and regeneration. The timing of this transformation is particularly significant. March 2025 sees a powerful lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 14th, activating Capricorn's ninth house of higher wisdom and spiritual expansion. This cosmic event amplifies the transformative energy, suggesting that the changes occurring aren't merely surface-level adjustments, but profound spiritual awakenings. The figure's posture of meditation and contemplation serves as a guide for how to navigate this intense period of change. It suggests that the key to managing these transformations lies not in typical Capricornian control and structure, but in developing the ability to remain centered and receptive while profound changes occur. As the sword cuts through illusions, particularly around self-worth and material security, Capricorns are being called to examine what truly matters. The broken chains suggest liberation from societal expectations and self-imposed limitations that have defined their path thus far. This liberation, however, isn't about destroying all structure. It's about creating more authentic foundations aligned with their true nature. As we delve deeper into this reading, we'll explore the challenges that arise during this transformation, the resistance, the grief for what must be left behind, and the fear of stepping into unknown territory. But first, we must acknowledge that this central card of transformation sets the stage for a profound journey of awakening, one that touches every aspect of the Capricorn's life with its promise of renewal and authentic power. What shadows must be faced to achieve this transformation? What old patterns must die for new life to emerge? The answer lies in our next card, which reveals the depths of the challenge ahead. Now, let's open the second card, which concerns the challenges and obstacles that arise in your path. Nine of Clouds, Sorrow. As we delve into the left position of our spread, revealing the challenges and obstacles facing Capricorn in March 2025, we encounter the Nine of Clouds, Sorrow, a profoundly moving card that tells the story of Ananda, the Buddha's closest disciple. This card's appearance gains additional significance as it aligns with March's powerful astrological configurations, particularly the total lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 14th, which activates Capricorn's house of spiritual wisdom and philosophical understanding. The image shows Ananda in a state of deep mourning after Buddha's death. Despite having spent 42 years at his master's side, attending to his every need with devotion and care, Ananda found himself weeping not for Buddha's passing, but for his own perceived failure to reach enlightenment during all those years of proximity to wisdom. This poignant scene takes on special relevance for Capricorn during March 2025, as Saturn, their traditional ruling planet, prepares for its final transition into Aries. The emotional depth of this card is particularly striking when we consider that it belongs to the suit of clouds, air in traditional tarot, representing the realm of mind and thought. This suggests that Capricorn's greatest challenge lies not in external circumstances, but in their own mental and emotional processing of transformation. The tears of Ananda symbolize a necessary release of old thought patterns and expectations that have become deeply ingrained. In the sphere of relationships, this card reveals a profound lesson about attachment and expectation. Just as Ananda had to confront his attachment to his role as Buddha's attendant, Capricorns are being called to examine their own attachments in relationships. With Venus retrograde from March 1st to April 12th, 2025, relationships may seem to be moving backward or stalling, but this apparent regression serves a deeper purpose of emotional processing and release. Financially, the Nine of Clouds suggests a period of reckoning with past decisions and investments, both material and emotional. The presence of Jupiter in Gemini until June 2025 in Capricorn's sixth house of daily work and service indicates that financial concerns may be closely tied to questions of life purpose and meaningful contribution. The sorrow expressed in this card might relate to realizing that certain financial goals or career paths, though potentially lucrative, no longer align with deeper values. The health implications of this card are particularly noteworthy. Ananda's Night of Weeping, which preceded his own enlightenment, suggests that physical and emotional release are intimately connected. With Mars retrograde until February 23, 2025, and its effects still being processed in March, there may be a need to address suppressed emotions that have manifested as physical tension or illness. The positioning of Neptune moving into Aries during this period adds another layer of significance to the card's message. Neptune's influence can blur boundaries between the spiritual and material worlds, making this a time when tears of sorrow can literally become a form of spiritual cleansing. The challenge for Capricorn will be to remain present with these difficult emotions without trying to control or suppress them. The night vigil aspect of Ananda's story is especially relevant. During March 2025, Capricorns may find themselves in their own period of dark night of the soul, particularly around the March 14th lunar eclipse. This eclipse, forming a trine to Capricorn's natal sun position, suggests that emotional releases during this time are not just cathartic but transformative. The card also speaks to a deeper challenge: the recognition that proximity to wisdom or success doesn't automatically confer transformation. Many Capricorns may find themselves confronting the reality that external achievements, while impressive, haven't brought the inner fulfillment they sought. This realization, though painful, is a necessary step in their evolutionary journey. The story of Ananda offers hope even in its sorrow, for it was precisely through fully experiencing and accepting his grief that he finally achieved enlightenment. Similarly, Capricorns are being asked to embrace rather than resist their feelings of loss or disappointment. The presence of Pluto in Aquarius during this period supports this deep psychological work, suggesting that facing these shadows will lead to profound empowerment. As we contemplate the depth of emotion revealed in this card, a question emerges: how can such profound sorrow be transformed into wisdom? What lies beyond this necessary release of the old? The next card in our spread will offers a surprising and liberating answer, pointing the way toward a resolution that few might expect. Now let's open the third card, which will tell us about the potential outcomes in your path, that is, the results in your fate. Eight of Rainbows, Ordinariness. As we turn to the right position of our spread, revealing the potential outcome for Capricorn in March 2025, we encounter the Eight of Rainbows, Ordinariness, a card whose profound simplicity offers a surprising resolution to the deep transformation and sorrow we've explored. This timing is particularly significant as it coincides with Neptune's ingress into Aries on March 30th, 2025, bringing a fresh spiritual perspective to Capricorn's sphere of home and emotional foundations. The image shows a figure walking peacefully through nature, embodying the truth that beauty resides in life's simple, everyday moments. This card, belonging to the suit of rainbows, Earth in traditional tarot, speaks directly to Capricorn's inherent connection with the material world, but offers a revolutionary perspective on how to engage with it. The figure's serene interaction with their environment suggests a state of being where the mundane becomes sacred not through elevation, but through presence. This outcome becomes particularly meaningful when we consider the astrological context of March 2025. With Saturn finally settled into Aries and Jupiter preparing to enter Cancer in June, Capricorn is being invited to find extraordinary meaning in ordinary experiences. The card suggests that the resolution to their deep transformation and emotional processing lies not in grand gestures or achievements, but in the mindful engagement with daily life. In terms of relationships, this card offers a profound shift in perspective. The simple act of truly being present with another person, whether while sharing a meal, doing household chores, or simply sitting in comfortable silence, becomes a sacred act. With Venus retrograde during this period, there's an opportunity to rediscover the beauty in everyday interactions that might have been taken for granted. The card suggests that real intimacy is found not in dramatic moments, but in the quiet sharing of daily life. Financially, the Eight of Rainbows presents a revolutionary approach to abundance. Rather than focusing solely on accumulation or achievement, it suggests finding wealth in the mindful management of existing resources. This alignment becomes particularly powerful as Pluto continues its journey through Aquarius in Capricorn's second house of personal resources. Simple acts like mindful budgeting, thoughtful spending, and appreciating what one already has become pathways to genuine prosperity. The health implications of this card are especially significant during this period. With Uranus preparing to enter Gemini and affect Capricorn's sixth house of health and daily routines, the card suggests that wellness is found not in extreme measures or dramatic lifestyle changes, but in the consistent practice of simple, health-supporting habits. The figure walking in nature reminds us that movement doesn't need to be intense to be beneficial. A mindful walk can be as healing as an intense workout. The positioning of this card as the outcome is particularly powerful when we consider the journey through the previous cards. After the dramatic transformation represented by the first card and the deep sorrow of the second, this return to simplicity represents not a step backward, but an evolution forward. It suggests that the highest wisdom often leads us back to the simplest truths. The upcoming solar eclipse in Aries on March 29, 2025, adds another layer of significance to this card's message. This eclipse, occurring in Capricorn's fourth house of home and emotional foundations, suggests that finding sacredness in the ordinary becomes a way of establishing new, more authentic foundations for life. This card also speaks to the art of wu-wei or effortless action, a concept that might initially seem foreign to achievement-oriented Capricorn. It suggests that true mastery is found not in forcing or controlling, but in flowing naturally with life's rhythm. Simple tasks like preparing food, tending to a garden, or cleaning one's space become opportunities for meditation and spiritual practice. The figure's solitary, yet connected presence in nature offers another important lesson. It suggests that while Capricorn's journey may seem solitary at times, there's a profound connection available through simple presence with the natural world. This becomes especially relevant as environmental consciousness grows with Uranus's impending move into Gemini. The rainbow quality of this suit reminds us that even in apparent ordinariness, all the colors of life are present. Every simple act contains within it the potential for joy, wisdom, and transformation. This message becomes particularly potent as March 2025's planetary alignments support a grounding of spiritual insights into practical, daily life. As we contemplate this surprising resolution to Capricorn's journey through transformation and sorrow, we're led to a deeper question. How can these three distinct energies, profound transformation, deep sorrow, and sacred ordinariness, work together to create a new way of being? The integration of these elements offers a revolutionary path forward, which we'll explore in our final synthesis. As we weave together the threads of this powerful spread for Capricorn in March 2025, we discover an extraordinary alchemical process unfolding. The journey from transformation through sorrow to sacred ordinariness reveals itself not as a linear progression, but as a spiral dance of consciousness, perfectly aligned with the dramatic planetary movements of this pivotal month. The flow of energy through these cards tells a profound story of spiritual evolution. The transformation card at the center establishes the fundamental nature of the change occurring, not merely an external shift, but a complete reimagining of how Capricorn engages with reality. This central energy is perfectly timed with Saturn's recent ingress into Aries, suggesting that the structures of Capricorn's life are being dismantled and rebuilt from the ground up. The presence of sorrow in the challenge position reveals the necessary emotional clearing that must occur for true transformation to take place. This clearing becomes especially powerful during the total lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 14, 2025, which activates Capricorn's ninth house of higher wisdom. The tears of Ananda represent not just grief, but the washing away of old paradigms, particularly around success, achievement, and personal worth. The resolution in the Eight of Rainbows, ordinariness, offers a revolutionary solution that becomes particularly relevant as Neptune enters Aries on March 30th. This transition suggests that the highest spiritual wisdom is found not in transcending ordinary life, but in fully inhabiting it with presence and awareness. The proximity of this ingress to the solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th amplifies this message of finding the extraordinary within the ordinary. In the realm of relationships, this spread indicates a profound evolution. The transformative energy begins by breaking down old patterns of relating, particularly around control and emotional walls. The Sorrow card suggests a necessary grieving for lost connections or unfulfilled expectations, while the final card indicates that true intimacy is found in sharing simple, everyday moments with full presence. Venus retrograde during this period supports this deep reevaluation of relationship values. Financially, the journey is equally profound. The Transformation card suggests releasing rigid patterns around money and success, while the Nine of Clouds points to necessary losses or realizations about the true nature of wealth. The Eight of Rainbows resolves these challenges by suggesting that true abundance is found in mindful engagement with resources, perfectly aligned with Pluto's continued journey through Capricorn's second house of personal resources. Health and well-being undergo a similar evolution. The transformation begins in the body, but extends to emotional and spiritual levels. The Sorrow card indicates a necessary release of trapped emotions that may have manifested as physical symptoms, while the final card suggests that health is maintained through simple, consistent practices rather than dramatic interventions. This understanding becomes particularly relevant as Uranus prepares to enter Gemini, affecting Capricorn's sixth house of health and daily routines. The integration of these energies creates a new paradigm for Capricorn's spiritual journey. Rather than seeking enlightenment through extraordinary experiences or achievements, the path forward lies in bringing full awareness to ordinary moments. This aligns perfectly with the March 2025 astrological configuration, which supports grounding spiritual insights into practical reality. Specific actions emerge from this integration. For relationships, practice being fully present in everyday interactions. Share simple moments without trying to make them special. Allow emotional vulnerability while maintaining healthy boundaries. For finances, implement mindful spending practices. Find joy in managing existing resources well. Release the need for dramatic financial achievements in favor of steady, sustainable growth. For health, establish simple, consistent wellness routines. Practice mindful movement. Connect with nature regularly. Allow emotional release through gentle practices like walking meditation or mindful breathing. The underlying pattern reveals itself as a movement from complexity to simplicity, from striving to being. The transformative power lies not in adding more elements to life, but in bringing full presence to what already exists. This understanding becomes particularly powerful as Jupiter prepares to enter Cancer in June 2025, opposing Capricorn's natal sun position and supporting emotional integration. As March 2025 unfolds, Capricorn is invited to embrace this alchemical process. The transformation occurs not through force, but through surrender, not through achievement, but through presence. The tears of sorrow become a cleansing rain, washing away old paradigms and revealing the sacred nature of ordinary existence. The synthesis of these cards suggests that true mastery for Capricorn lies not in controlling life, but in fully participating in it. Each simple act, preparing a meal, tending to home, sharing a quiet moment with loved ones, becomes an opportunity for spiritual practice. This understanding aligns perfectly with the broader astrological picture of 2025, which supports a fundamental reimagining of how we engage with reality. The final message is both profound and practical. The extraordinary transformation Capricorn seeks is found not in transcending ordinary life, but in bringing extraordinary presence to it. As March 2025's powerful planetary alignments support this shift in consciousness, Capricorn is invited to discover that the sacred has been present all along, hidden in plain sight in the simple moments of everyday existence. Thank you for listening to our tarot spread. Please tell us in the comments which part of today's reading caught your attention the most. Also hit the like button and share this video with someone you know who needs to hear this reading today. And remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. Then, look for the videos related to your ascendant and moon on this channel and watch them now to integrate all this knowledge and act in a targeted way. And if you want to understand this month's reading in the broader context of the year for your sign, watch the video on your screen now with the spread I did for 2025. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.